Let me see. I don't even know where to start, but I had to come on live just to so people can try to understand what what it kind of meant for Donald Trump and what Pete Hegseth or whatever his name is to try to gather up all the top military generals and so forth, and then try to basically discipline them in front of the whole world, trying to tell them how they should be shaving, how they need to get in better shape, trying to just tell them how I think Pete Hegseth said something like women can't even like hack the job, when I know it's women probably in there doing better than some men at some jobs. And then Donald Trump get up there and say he want to use the military, or he want to use the streets of our cities for training grounds for the military for when they go to war. He want to use our cities as training grounds, for the military, which that right there in itself sound absolutely crazy. Now, I've been in the military, and, at no point, was it even thought about using the military on the streets. Now, he's sliding into it by using the National Guard. And, thank God so far, they haven't shot nobody, or what's going to happen or what could happen, with using the military could, it could start, another civil war, man. You can't use professional military persons who are, we gave an oath to defend our country against enemies, foreign and domestic. But, for them to say he just want to send them in to these big cities, and all of them are black, Chicago, Los Angeles, Memphis, talking about St. Louis, all of these are, major black cities, and he want the military to go in and, use us for training for war, which is crazy as hell. And it's appalling, really, as a serviceman, for him to think that he can just basically ball up the Constitution and set it on fire and do whatever the hell he want, and nobody is saying anything. That's my whole thing, because it's Americans out here, and really we all should be speaking up. If we knew how. That's something that we got to get together on our own. But this dude is really out of control, man. It ain't even a joke no more. Because when he tries to use the military, from the people I served with and the generals I served under, that's an unlawful order, and they're not gonna follow it. And so when that starts, you're gonna have rumblings. You're gonna have the president against the armed forces, and if he feel like he can just get rid of them, or terminate their service, which he might be able to do, he gonna slide that into bringing back the draft, and he gonna get the drafting people who are gonna listen to what he say, man, and he gonna end up just tearing up the whole Constitution. So, I mean, you got to be careful, man. We got to start paying attention to this dude. That Project 2025, he got a lot of that stuff already put in place. He got everybody that's a Republican basically just doing whatever he say, and all of this is geared You know, it's a systematic approach, you know, to genocide, man. Just getting rid of all the people he feel are not worthy of being Americans, which it's out of control, man. This it's starting to get serious. So I don't know. I just been watching this news about how the generals feel and how the service people feel, and it's just I feel the same way, man. But I think things are gonna get way worse, and how Americans react to it, how service people react to it, how other countries react to it. You know, if they see any weak link in our arms or in our military, it's gonna be a problem, dude, and we gonna be the ones that suffer while he's sitting up protected in the White House or flying or wherever he is. So pay attention to what's going on, and any time you get a chance to speak up or pass on some knowledge to somebody else or give your opinion, you know, that's what our First Amendment is for. I think you should do it. And this my little 2 cents. But, you know, leave a comment, man. Say what you got to say. I'm tired of, you know, zip lips and all of that. I'm finna start speaking out every time I see something terrible because I want us to be informed. This dude is absolutely out of control and ain't nobody stopping it. That's it. I'm going to end it. Thanks for watching. If you watch live, leave some comments if you watch it after I get done. You know, I want to talk about it. How about we talk about that instead of talking about Cardi B and Nicki Minaj arguing over their kids and shit like that. That's all I got to say. K Wayne signing out.